Recorded in front of a live studio audience in Los Angeles, California.
Aren't you a little old for toys?
I'm not old. I'm a wrestling guy. And at the wrestling guy store, you can be too.
Are you buying this for you too?
No, I'm buying it for me, because I'm a wrestling guy. And at the wrestling guy store, you can be too.
Aren't toys for kids?
I'm not a kid, I'm a wrestling guy. And at the wrestling guy store, you can be too. We are all wrestling guys, and at the wrestling guy store, you can be too!
The Wrestling Guy Store, located at 6085 State Street, Huntington Park, California, just 5 miles west of the Commerce Casino. Recorded in front of a live studio audience in Los Angeles, California.
Dude, check this out, man, look at this.
Whoa, dude, check what I got.
What? Man, we're wrestling guys. And at the wrestling guy store,
You can be too!
The Wrestling Guy Store, located at 6085 State Street, Huntington Park, California, just 5 miles west of the Commerce Casino.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of Circle Debate Podcast, episode 44. Hope you guys enjoyed part 1. Yes, we did cover a lot of AEW. To remind you, we do this for a fact that we have to cover AEW, and also we cover here Pro Wrestling News and NXT WWE. And don't forget also to listen to our brothers from another mothers, the League of Historian Podcasters. They cover as well as much pro wrestling content besides we cover. They cover a lot, especially George McKay from from Straight Talk Wrestling. He covers LMLW. You want to go ahead and catch his YouTube channel. Definitely, because he has the best pro wrestling content he's able to provide you. And he recently had one with Georgia Smith, the British Bulldog's daughter. A very emotional interview, and I loved it. What an inspiration she is. Also, Clark Street, they cover a lot of SmackDown and Raw. They cover a lot of another great pro wrestling content. All these individuals, Dirty Heels also covered incredible content. Jonah has this recent that he just had with Henry Godwin and Cruz. Watch that. James is, oh my God, I could go on and on and on, but I want to go ahead and thank all these individuals. Besides us, you can also look at these individuals as well, their podcasts. They also provide you the best pro wrestling content that is out there for you guys, viewers and subscribers. So let's move on. Now let's go to Pro Wrestling News with Japan. Now with New Japan, very briefly, I want to go ahead and discuss about, we do have the J-Cup in Japan beginning. This happened 48 hours ago, ladies and gentlemen. 48 hours ago, we did have the first 2-round matches. We did see Great Okan beating Naito unexpectedly, but
referee stoppage.
Yes, but I expected that. The fact is, because Naito was hurt. He's working on a knee injury, so he's going to be off for a minute. He deserves that. He's been working his ass off. The whole 2020 was his year. Was a world champion. Kudos to Naito.
Starting out as champion of the year.
Kilo. But hey, you know what? He did in fantastic work for New Japan. He's the heart and soul of New Japan. And I'm glad for him. Kudos to him. And also, this is a 50-50 one. Jeff Cobb advancing as well with defeating Kojima in the first round. So the first rounds began as of March 4th, which was 48 hours ago. It goes all the way to March 21st. The winner of the J-Cup tournament. I love tournaments. I know Mike loves tournaments. Mike, does he like tournaments? I love tournaments. So, yeah. So make sure you guys tune in on NewJapanWorld.com. Make sure you subscribe. Man, this is an incredible tournament. The winner of this J-Cup tournament will go on and face the
Kota Ibushi,
who he defeated
at Sakura Genesis.
Sakura,
That's more Japanese translations for you. Sakura means cherry blossom. That's so far, like, we're sneaking in those Japanese lessons. Anaki's older brother. Sakura's cherry blossom. So the genesis of the cherry blossom basically is the meaning of that.
I'm looking forward to this tournament because I love this tournament. I mean, I was just gonna go ahead and just name him very briefly. Just I want to get this very, very quickly. And I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, because we're on a short time. But I mean, yes, we did see Evil, who has a first round bye because he did win last year's J Cup tournament. He won that one last year to get his title shot. And then also you have Tanahashi, who's never way open champion, but come on, it's Tanahashi, it's the ace. You can't go wrong with the ace.
Elevating the title.
Elevating the never open weight title. So of course you got the first round buys. So far we do have Jeff Cobb, who's going to be competing against Evil on the second round. And then also you have the upcoming ones that are coming up. You do have Toriano versus Bad Luck Fail. You have Goto versus Taichi. Okada versus Shingo. I'm looking forward to that one. And also you have Tomoaki Hona versus Suzuki. That's going to be a hard-hitting match. People don't know about fucking Tomoaki. Oh, my God.
Tomoaki Hanma.
Yes. Juice Robinson Kenta. That's going to be interesting. Then the other side, you have Tensan, Will Ospreay, Gabriel Kidd, who's no longer a young lion. Now he's a fucking...
We get to see his gimmick.
I love it. I cannot wait. Mm-hmm.
When you graduate from being a young lion, you're no longer just wearing plain black trunks. You get to become your gimmick. Unlike as an opposite of NXT, where you start out with gimmicks. Here, as a young lion, you're just wearing black trunks. You're a blank slate, waiting to become a character. You get to see. I mean, if you look in the back of New Japan's archives, you get to see all the top guys that were young lions before, and just kind of like how they developed their personality just wearing plain black trunks.
Definitely, 100% agreeable with that. And then you have him facing Zack Sabre Jr., so that's going to be another interesting match to see. I did see their tag match, prior back, and I enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. And also, I'm looking forward to seeing Nagata versus Tushi, Tomohiro Ishii Sonata. You have Finley Owens. You have Yoshihashi versus Yujiro. You have also Toa Tanahashi, Jay White. So I'm looking forward to seeing this J Cup tournament. And this runs to the 21st. So, I mean, we're not going to give our predictions now, but I know that Matt and myself and Mike, we're looking forward to seeing the final 8. And then that's going to be more exciting because remind you that J Cup is not your typical King of the Ring, man. This is a tough-ass J Cup, Wow, tough. But I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Will Ospreay,
I don't know, man. It's hard for me to choose who's going to be this one because, come on, everybody thought Naito would advance first round, and you see him lose to Great O'Con, but it was expected because knee injury, time off. Come on.
He's already been champion twice this year, so.
Yeah, definitely.
He got a good year. He got a good year.
Yeah. And we are looking forward to see the unification of the new IWGP IC belt. So, yeah, what you saw 48 hours ago was the last time you were able to see the dual championship belts when Cody Bush
IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
I'm waiting for them to announce it, and I want to see the belt. I want to see how it looks.
So it's a new belt.
It's a new belt.
They're unifying these two belts. A lot of people are not happy with this.
Yeah, they're sad that the IC title's gone. But in my opinion, the never open weight title's been around, I guess, a bit longer. And there's now I guess that elevates the never open weight title as the new secondary belt, and the US title as well.
I agree. So, I'm with you on that.
Tanahashi's holding that never open weight title. That's why I think it should be redesigned.
Yeah. I know,
a 7-time champion.
Yeah. So, I mean, definitely on this one, I'm curious to see how the belt's going to look. And I hope it looks bigger, prestigious. And I'm hoping that it's bigger than the U.S. one. And, man, if it is, oh, my God. But it sucks that, that the IC's gone now. And it's cool, I guess. But a lot of people are not accepting it in Japan. People are very traditional. They're very tradition of no, this is, because a lot of great people held it, blah, blah. But, I get it.
The never open weight won't be seen as just like a jobber title or whatever.
No, exactly. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, also as well, speaking of New Japan, let's talk about the J Cup USA starting tonight. When you're watching this on Pacific Standard Time here at 7:30 in the morning, you're watching at 10:30 in the morning on Eastern Time. But tonight, you're going to watch the road to, to the Road to Evolve, which is
Road to Sakura Genesis.
And that is the Jacob USA. You have 2 qualifying matches. You have Rocky Romero versus Leo Rush coming up. Also tonight, you have the DKC versus Tom Lawler. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing that match.
Former MLW champion. Tom.
Yeah, and also you have Carl Fredericks and Alex Coughlin versus Cart Connors and Kevin Knight. That's another graduates from the Young Lions. So make sure you stay tuned of watching NewJapanWorld.com, New Japan Strong. As you see, our brother from another mother, Adanash Kurishi, will be announcing those qualifying matches. And I'm looking forward to seeing the J Cup once again. Mike did see the one from last year's J Cup, so I'm looking forward for us to see this New Year's J Cup, and hopefully Leo Rush will go all the way. He is the man of the hour, and man, that's individual he wants to be the Thanos of taking over all the belts, right?
Hey, I mean, since you said man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour. I mean, to quote Billy Graham, that was his bars, that was those rhymes.
And the last thing I want to talk about New Japan is on the pro wrestling news. Now that we're going to jump onto it, we did talk about last week about Barney Scroll being in the tapings, right? Well, he got pulled. Damn, it sucks, man. Mikey gave your comments about that. It is unfortunate that, and we were looking forward to seeing him on television, but
in New Japan Strong.
But it looks like the head honchos from New Japan decided to pull him out. Yeah, you know what? This is still going on. Looks like, buddy, I'm sorry, man. That sexual allegation is not going nowhere. It sucks because he's so very talented. He's so very great in the ring, in and out. It sucks, man. I hate to see his career being demolished because of this situation. But, we can't really speak about that. To each his own, things happen. It is what it is. I don't know your personal life. You made this choice. Hey, it is what it is, right? So now they're saying moving forward, and now there's rumors in your windows that he's now going to try to see if he could talk to Vinny. Can you help me get away with this shit? So, Money Mike, do you feel that he's going to the right direction with Papa Vinny and Paul Levesque on this one?
Hey, desperate times call for desperate measures, right? And if it means that he's going to have to go to NXT and put over everybody and their grandma, then so be it, right? If that's what he becomes known for, that's better than being known for his whatever allegations that, that's going on. Yeah. He's going to be our truth's partner and help him get back the 24/7 title all the time. He's going to get pinned by Bow Wow. He's going to be thrown out of the Royal Rumble by Bad Bunny. So yeah, all that stuff is in his future if he goes to Stamford, Connecticut.
Oh my God.
Or New York, where the Capitol Wrestling Center is. So it's like everybody says that they preferred the Times Square, WWE Times Square, over like the Connecticut spot, as the main office.
I don't know, man. I have no idea. I haven't been on the East Coast, so I would not know, and I would love to go to the East Coast. But yeah, Matt, go ahead. You're a Morning Scroll fan. What do you think about this?
It's too bad. Like I was saying, like go straight to Japan, but there's so many different, we kind of saw what happened with I say this same thing about the Velveteen Dream. If you go to WWE, it's just whatever Vince wants, not really who's a good person or whoever. Like if Vince likes you, whatever, you get away with murder. There's so many like goofy and wacky things go up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's not talk about that because we can't wait till season 3 of Dark Side of the Ring. That's right.
Exactly. That's gonna lead into it. That's our segue to Dark Side of the Ring season 3.
Which, by the way, you should watch the Godfather episode that he saw with Joe from the Ring podcast. Yes, Frank. Yes, Jeremy. Yes, Kyle. I'm promoting you guys because the Godfather did mention about Ruffalo. He cleared it up. So if I'm not gonna say it. Go and subscribe to their channel, and he's going to explain what the real story is instead of the Dark Side of the Ring. And it shocked me. So make sure you guys watch it. All right. Very briefly, NWA is back March 21st. They are with Fight TV starting $4.99 a month. Yes, everybody was curious, like, what the fuck? They deleted their shit. I'm all over those social media. Yes, they deleted all their stuff, and they're starting new content, so now they're back in action. So I'm looking forward to seeing NWA back. Thank you, Billy Corgan, for bringing, reliving NWA. I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. I will be purchasing that for $4.99. Yeah, there you go. And then also another thing that I want to mention, also kudos to Katie Ray and Miko Satomura for putting in a phenomenal, incredible, instant classic match for the NXT UK Women's title. I know we hardly talk about NXT UK. Remind you, ladies and gentlemen, we have so much pro wrestling coverage that we have to do. We have a little bit of time, a little bit of everything, because, you know, we all have different things to take care of, and we have to wake up the next morning.
So many promotions,
and so many promotions as well. So we don't want to be a 8-hour show. No, that's not our point. But yes, kudos to those two individuals. If you have not seen it, go back to the WWE Network and go ahead and watch that, because that match was incredible. Katie Ray did retain that, you know, NXT UK Women's Championship against Miko Satomura, but I gotta give it to these two women. Man, I didn't get my star.
It's like a mass.
There you go. Very, very intense. Now the last one I want to touch about news. Okay, we talked about this last week about the Twitter wars. Now, first Bow Wow, now we have Soulja Boy. What the fuck is going on? You, bam, bam. And we were promoting you, man. You haven't even
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan. You. And now you're starting shit with Randy Orton, bro.
And Randy Orton's like, you.
Yeah, you. Like, the rap game is faker than wrestling. You don't say that word, bro.
I have a feeling that Soulja Boy's also a high flyer, like Warhorse said. All rappers are high flyers. Snoop Dogg, Bad Bunny, more rappers. All the rappers are going to be jumping off the top rope, and then wrestlers, metalheads are grapplers, like Chris Jericho, and then
Corey Taylor.
And Corey Taylor.
I don't know. Jesus Christ. All right.
Jazz musicians are strikers.
Matt, take it away. Help me out here. What the fuck is going on with this tweet war, man? Why is now? Tell them you in your own words.
If they make it a work shoot, kind of like McAfee, and then suddenly Soulja Boy shows up, and then Vince comes out and is like, "All right, why me crack it? Why me roll?" Vince McMahon does as wearing a backpack. You know, Power Rangers come out.
Oh
you
my
know.
God!
Vince McMahon, like instead the opening theme of Raw, it's gonna be Vince McMahon going, "You."
Oh my God, Money Mike, help me out here. What the hell's going on with this Twitter war, man? Why we're seeing this from so much?
You.
This is stupid. It is. My goodness.
That's why we're laughing.
Yes, it is a laughing stock, and if Vince wants publicity, then sure, go ahead. You know, get your 15 minutes in the spotlight with D-list celebrities. But at the end of the day, that's not gonna save ratings. That's not gonna bring you back up into relevance. It's not, and this is just a waste of time. I hope that it's half as good as the Shaq match, you know, because Shaq was able to give power bombs and, you know, go through the table and whatnot. And what does Bad Bunny do? He just
jumps off the top rope.
That's all.
I think Soulja Boy's just gonna go, "You," and then he's gonna have he's gonna be rock bottomed.
The Hogan build up there. But yeah, I don't know. It's a shame that what WWE has become. There's more I have to say about WWE, but I'll get to it when we get to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, as for this whole Soulja Boy and
you.
I'm sorry. I don't know what Mike gets serious because when Mike gets pissed off, he gets pissed off. So
No, I'm upset because freaking wait, who's next? Drake is coming.
Yeah, Drake. I went to Toronto. I went to Atlanta. I used to drink Pepsi, but now I drink Fanta.
Oh my god!
And then Matt.
As long as they ain't Shasta.
With all those bars that Matt delivers, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a high flyer too.
Drake, I think Drake's other rhyme is like last name ever, first name greatest. Now I know G1 pilots on a first name basis, and then he jumps out of the ring. Then he gets pinned after 3 seconds. Man, these rappers in wrestling.
Jeez, but yes, that's all I have to say about that.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. It's ridiculous. It's
Dead Mouse is gonna be.
It's funny. I mean, for
week.
me, I find it comedy. I'm like, it's hilarious. I feel like these individuals want center of attention.
Yeah,
I don't know why. And then the fact is, supposedly that WWE controls everybody's social media. Why you're not controlling Randy Orton's F words or all of this shit? You haven't controlled none of that. You're able to control everybody else's third-party affiliates' social media platforms, right? Yeah. And you're allowing Randy Orton to go ahead and say this? Yeah, favoritism, corporate. Of course, it's corporate. We already know. I know, man. I wear a suit and tie every day when I go to work. I worked in the corporate world. Mike works in the corporate world. We already know how that shit is, man. But you know what? We don't kiss ass. We do our job, and we fucking do. We lay down and smack down our jobs.
You know,
but I'm sorry.
I'll say one more thing about the wrestlers and rap. You know, it's now I forgot what the hell it was. That's how bad it is.
But no, absolutely, like it's just.
Oh, Jim Cornette. Yeah, I love it when Jim Cornette makes fun of it. It's like, who the hell is Bugs Bunny? Like, what he was saying about Bad Bunny.
I cannot wait to hear Corny's thoughts about all this situation.
Who the hell is Soulja Boy? What the hell?
Like
Soulja Boy? Isn't that a Deep Purple song? What the hell is a Soulja Boy? Can somebody explain to me? What is that even music? What the hell?
No, not for him. Definitely not for him. But I mean, definitely, it is unfortunate that. Listen, we're not here to hate on WWE as much. Yeah, we kind of are. Who cares?
It's just that bad.
There's certain things I do like. There's certain things I do not like. But to each his own. But yeah, let's move on with that because I want to go ahead and move on with NXT very briefly. Very briefly, NXT that we see. Great phenomenal job. I liked the opening match, tag match. Only Larkin, Danny Burch, Ciampa versus and Timothy Thatcher. It was a great match, great opening match. Now look, this is for you, David. David Gomez, the Wrestling Guy store. Don't forget to purchase your merchandise at the Wrestling Guy store as well. You mentioned Circle Debate, you mentioned Money Mike, you mentioned NPC, you mentioned the Devious One, you mentioned the CK1 and Repetition Killer Josh Perhorn. You get 10% off of your
10
merchant. 10.
You get a Sean Spears price off.
There you go. And I get his point that he likes NXT. I do because they are, there's pro wrestling. I mean, it's pro wrestling as well. That entertainment is pro wrestling, and I think this tag match showed it all. I like how this opening match showed that, and that's why I'm not hating on David, but I do hate that you're saying that it's better than AEW. No, you're wrong. But
no variety.
It's different variety, man. People love what they want to eat, what they want to watch. We're here to say, we give our opinions. We're not here to be. I can't mention names because I get in trouble. But yeah,
we're not here to mention Bill Johnson.
But yeah, I mean, Money Mike. I don't know if you saw the NXT. Did you saw the opening tag match by any chance? Did you catch on to it at least?
I only saw the women's title match.
Okay. Well, Matt, did you see the opening match of that or no? Did you have a chance?
Some of it, yeah.
What did you think about that one so far? Like the Thatcher, Ciampa, and Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. Did you catch that one at least?
Yeah, I definitely caught it. Ciampa definitely bringing his aggression to the table. In a different presentation of him. It's just one of the things I won't say this enough about Ciampa every time somebody mentions him. I wish he would wear the mask in the ring.
Yeah, right. You know,
Or they need to make like a lucha version of him so he could keep it on because it looks cool, but it's like, oh, you took it off. You know.
No, definitely. I love that. Not much happening here in NXT this week. I mean,
I know what I want to talk about once we get to it.
Well, yeah, I want to talk about these. There's only like 3. Well, that's 1 out of the 3. The second one I want to talk about is really the NXT Women's Tag Team. I mean, the Women's Tag Team Championship. I'm really biased about this one. I was not happy, to be honest.
Same.
Not happy about it. I really wanted Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez to win this because we saw earlier today on social media, 24 hours ago, we did see that, you know, they're defending it again against the rematch, Sasha and Bianca.
Why
are you doing that?
Dakota Kai, just give us a tour of New Zealand instead of having a repeat match.
No, she's not a part of it. This is Sasha and Bianca Belair going after, again, getting their rematch from Elimination Chamber. We said this prior before, Mike, you and I. We have agreed that these tag team titles should be in NXT because they are able to develop it more, make it more prestigious than what the main roster would do. I was really disappointed, and we would touch bases about the Adam Pearce and William Regal because I have a feeling what it leads up to, but I just want to get to this one, and then we get to Finn Balor and Roderick. Then after that, then we'll talk about that. You let me know about this NXT Women's Tag Team. What the fuck happened there, man? I didn't like it, man. Talk to me about this one.
Okay. It's obvious that the better choice would have been for Raquel and Dakota Kai to win. Yes. Because in the main roster, the titles mean nothing. They are only used as a way to promote the main championship, right? Or whether it's the Raw or the SmackDown Women's Championship. It's just a tool for that. There's no women's tag team division. Anybody that argues that there is, you are damn wrong. There is no women's tag team division on the main roster.
Comment below on this part 2.
Change my mind. Yes, so it's obvious that you know that they should have won. Now, like you say, there is a lot of women. It seems like they even have more women in the NXT roster than in the main roster. It just seems that way. Whether it is or it isn't, it doesn't matter because it seems that way. There's more variety, I feel.
More TV time, too.
Actually, there's less TV time in NXT.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
And then they just use more, maybe have more talent on there.
They do more with less. They have less time, and yet they get to do and showcase more stars than they do in the main roster. It is insane, and it is a shame that these tag team titles are used in such a way. It sucks.
Thank you very much for putting it that way. But I also wanted to add something to it too. No pun intended to Shayna and Nia. I don't know if you guys noticed that match. They did a better match at NXT than fucking main roster. Honestly, I mean,
better opponents, better
for the first time we see Nia Jax have a great match, a great tag match. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we're opinionators.
Botches.
Yes.
She's got that history of botches.
Comment below if you disagree with me. Let me know what you feel if I'm saying it, if I'm wrong. But I feel, watch that match again. Nia, for the first time, had a good match. Her and Raquel, heavy hitting. I loved it. Nothing was wrong with the match at all, to be honest with you. I just hated the ending, how it ended. That was the only thing that I would dislike. It should have been ended very differently, and it should have been Dakota and Raquel winning those.
Are we talking about the ending with Adam Pearce?
Yes.
Are we talking about that already?
Yeah. No, we're touching on it right now. Yeah. Go right ahead.
So about that specifically, Yes, the WWE Tag Team titles are jurisdiction of Adam Pearce. I understand that. However, the match was being held in NXT.
Thank you.
The tournament that took weeks to happen to complete happened in NXT, right? The title shot was NXT's jurisdiction, not the main rosters. Adam Pearce did not belong there.
No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. But do you agree that at least Nia had a great match at least at the NXT for the first time?
I agree to nothing.
I agree to nothing.
I said
nothing
okay.
is, Matt, say it. Nothing is over.
Hold on, wait. Nothing is over. Nothing. Rambo. First blood.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, and I appreciate.
Come on, John. It's over. Nothing's over. Nothing.
And I appreciate all our audio platforms listeners, man. We have a great time. I hope you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel as well if you're listening to this on the audio platforms.
Or watching Rambo First Blood.
Or watching Rambo First Blood.
I've not seen that, so I'm going to have to check that out.
Oh, we have to watch that. Definitely have to. Now, I want to move on to the main event with Finn Balor, Roger Strong. Great. I don't want to touch the bases of what happened in the beginning. We already know. And people will know as well as watching this.
Are we going to talk about LA Knight?
Okay, that's what you want to touch about. Then you know what? I'll let you take that one before I even touch the main event. Go right ahead.
I'll talk about LA Knight. Okay. It's got the same amount of syllables as Eli Drake, so it's like, and that's just a fact of life with LA Knight.
Well, let me tell you something.
Let me put it to you like this. You know, I mean, the promos just have just as much fire, but it doesn't have, like, because the crowds are different and because it's WWE, it's not the same as NWA Power when, like, the crowd's always going, yeah, 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 and the crowd's chanting the yeah, and then everybody's waiting for him, you know. I mean, of course, those audiences are gone because of the pandemic, but, you know, it feels a little bit, it's like maybe it's like 80% Eli Drake compared to like 95% Eli Drake back in NWA, because I love his promos.
Yeah.
But that LA Knight name is so, you know, he named himself after the light up shoes.
He named himself after a old school LA NBA team way back in the days before it was legit.
Yeah, the LA Knights.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, they should have him, like, it doesn't sound like a real human name. It's very, like, I kind of hope he doesn't come to the ring wearing chainmail or something.
I don't know, and I'm looking forward to see, like, his
in-ring.
Yeah, well, look, we know his in-ring for a fact on that one. He's a great promo. I'm not gonna deny you on that. He can speak the mic. I met him in person as well. Very humble, and he's a cocky motherfucker, but he deserves to be that. You know, he paid.
That's wrestling,
and that's pro wrestling for you, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not hating on him. Kudos to him, and I'm happy that he is in NXT. Most definitely, he's well deserved. He's well spoken. He is very charismatic. He has that in ring. Is different. Let me talk to you. But
yeah,
kudos to Eli Drake.
Yeah.
I don't know. LA Knight could have been chosen something else. It would have been like Drake. At least Drake, you know, something. I don't know.
That would, like, yeah, it's a more human sounding name.
Yeah, LA Knight, like, okay, we know. Okay, you're representing us, Los Angeles. You know, how Stone Cold say Los Angeles, but you know, Los Angeles. You know, California, SoCal boy, yes, represent.
Yeah,
but
I want to see how he is. You know, I kind of hope Adam Cole's still going to be around for him to feud with. So it's not going to be like a could have been, should have been thing.
Well, why don't we ask your client? How about that? Why don't we ask your client himself? Let's ask Mike Omega what he feels about.
I'm not too familiar with Eli Drake, so as a
what do you think of LA Knight as just like completely new exposure?
As a clean slate, I'm liking his promos. I think he has potential, entertaining, and have yet to see him in the ring. So I look forward to that. I'll get back to you after that happens.
You know,
He's your client.
Ivan, I'll say this: there could be a new, because sometimes when people come to WWE, or a lot of the times, their finisher changes, either the name of it or just the finisher all over. So he might not be using the gravy train anymore.
Nah, he's not. I think he's better for him to save that, and I'm glad he's doing it. To be honest, I'm glad that he's doing it a safer way. Because it's better to be safer than sorry, right? Because you don't know. I mean, I'm not saying no pun intended towards Eli Drake. He's not as he wasn't. He's trying to find the right words. He's not like an AJ. Or
he's not Flips. He's not a Flips guy.
No, it has something to do with that. It's just like your name itself, what it represents. Like what you sold. He's not a Samoa Joe. He's not an AJ. He's not a James Storm. And people that were able to keep their names and Vince cannot copyright them. There you go. See, I'm looking forward to see Taya Valkyrie when she debuts, is she gonna have the same name? We don't know that. So I'm looking forward to see her debut in NXT. I hope she does have the name, and I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be smart about it. And Vince cannot touch that trademark at all of her name or her clothing line or anything else. So I know she's a smart individual. I think that's her real name anyways. So like you can't really trade her fucking name. You can't trade her from Kurt Angle or anybody else. So yeah. But yeah, moving on. Okay, Finn Balor, Roderick Strong is another individual who's underrated. People do not understand that Roddy is an underrated individual in the ring. He moves. He's very agile. He still got it. I was there when he won the PWG World Heavyweight title. I was there. And I was there when he lost it to Davey Richards. I was there. And I went in the ring to man, this is like, Jesus Christ, like 2000 and what? Shit.
I think I recommended this match last week. Okada versus Roderick Strong baseball field.
Yep. I saw that, and it was fucking amazing. I loved it. So yeah, I'm going Money Mike on this one, man. What did you think about this main event? Finn Balor, Roderick Strong. What do you think about that match?
Interesting. So yeah, like for me, Roderick Strong, I was not around for the PWG stuff and or any of that. So again, clean slate, new exposure for me. I like it. I can see that talent. I can definitely see that talent. And honestly, I wish the Undisputed Era was still together, but it is what it is, RIP, right? But yeah, definitely, it was a good match. I enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing more of his solo career.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're not familiar, and also to our viewers and subscribers who are not familiar with Roderick Strong, go back, look at his Ring of Honor days, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla days, go back to his New Japan days. This individual has it all. It's the only thing that, yes, I'm here. We're in opinions once again. He does lack of mic skills. But I mean, he could be your natural babyface, but his mic skills are not there yet. I mean, there's somewhat, but still he needs his. But when it comes to in-ring skills, I don't question that. My skills, yes, a little bit more, poquito más. But yeah, go ahead, Mr. Don Steamboat. Give us your thoughts about that main event.
Roddy's bringing out his aggression onto Mr. Fergalicious. I'm not gonna give the rhyme this week, but I mean, Roddy is a main eventer, down the line, and I love his new music. Kind of setting himself apart from like some of the other guys in the now former Undisputed Era. We're gonna see, because we saw Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly is another main eventer. Just see those three, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Adam Cole, kind of go off on their own journeys, working their magic.
You know what? I'm with you on that, and I'm going to add what you're saying to it. I'm really kind of happy the fact that we have these four individuals: Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong. The fact that these four individuals who are both, all four of them are former, in-ring performers for PWG,
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, especially in New Japan. The list goes on, and I'm glad that they're able to have that platform in NXT and WWE. The fact that I'm glad that Paulovic is able to recognize their credentials, their attributes, what they have done prior before, and what they're able to bring. And I'm glad that he does not let them go to fucking, hey, what's going on, pal? Come over here to WWE, come over here to Raw, come here to SmackDown. No, I'm glad that you have not yet, and no. Keep them there in NXT. No. Even though, like, NXT, before we jump to WWE, just room your window, and I'll give my opinion last. I'm curious to ask Money Mike on this one because I'm pretty sure he heard about it. I'm so curious. So speaking of, since we're on the NXT subject, we did see that, the landscape's going to change. You brought that up, right? So Adam Pearce. Everybody keeps saying, and it's from your window. I'm not going to be here shit. Sorry. I got to keep my mouth shut, ladies and gentlemen. I can't talk too much about that. Get in trouble, get a fine. But yes, rumor in your window, they're moving Tuesdays. That means that they're losing. They lost the Wednesday Night Wars. They did ask Cody about this. Cody was like, if I want to talk about that subject, I could, but I'm more focused on my product. Don't really want to say anything about that. You can say we can win, we won, whatever, but I'm not focusing on that. Maybe they want to go ahead and compete, whatever. They want to compete with our Elevation, our AW Dark, whatever. So, you talk to me, Mike, about Money Mike, about that. Rumor in your window, do you feel that they gave up, or overall your thoughts about that one?
It's what's best for business on both ends, right? You're going to have something on the same night as your competitor. You're going to split the audience, whether it's in music, whether it's in wrestling, no matter what area it is, you split the audience, nobody wins. Or, well, somebody wins eventually, but it splits the crowd. Now, this is good news for AEW, obviously, because they get to have the full crowd of wrestling fans on Wednesday nights to themselves, potentially. I heard, and this is rumor innuendo, right, that NHL is going to be airing at the same time. Now, different audiences, but still sports. Would that affect AEW? Remains to be seen. But as for NXT, if it moves to Tuesdays, it's going to start the Tuesday Night War with Impact and AEW Dark. AEW Dark is on YouTube. You can watch it at any time. I feel like they're not sweating that. At least I wouldn't, right? Elevation's coming up on Mondays. Mondays have a bigger competitor, right? So yeah, if I was AEW Dark, I'm not even tripping. No problem. You're on YouTube. Impact is going to be, it's going to be a mountain for them to climb. Maybe Impact is going to have to move to another night, maybe even Thursdays. Who knows, right? So that's how I see that going. The pieces of the puzzle are moving, but most importantly, AEW is doing great things. The numbers are up, and we're heading into this potentially historic pay-per-view Revolution. Business is good for them. That's my takeaway.
I'll say this: Emi Sakura wants there to be an AEW Dark Japan, and who knows who could show up at that. And if we're not just limited to the women's roster, we could have several people from New Japan showing up there. It's like an easier way for them to show up on AEW programming, along with, of course, the Americans that are working in Japan, and not just for New Japan. I mean, All Japan Pro Wrestling, Joe Doring, who was scheduled to work with our good pal, Mr. Brandon Ascari and GSW, Global Syndicate Wrestling, and then everybody from Pro Wrestling Noah, everybody from, Dragon Gate, DDT, the list goes on. The Kyushu Pro Wrestling, that's another one I found out about recently. I didn't even know existed. Stardom, and the Joshi Wrestling promotions, just all of them on, and who knows what day of the week that could be on. I mean, that would obviously be a free YouTube show. And then again, nowadays in our world, like I'm saying to Mike, it's, we don't live in the world where it's like one-time run on TV, or you have to tape it, or else you miss it until they release it on DVD. Nowadays, you could really catch it on second run whenever you can. Especially if you have it TiVo'd or taped.
Yeah, I mean, on this one it's a tough call. This is my gut. I know there's room in your window, but I'm with you, Mike, where you said for them to move Tuesdays, it's a business decision. Because remind you, they're under contract with USA Network. So if USA Network wants you to move on Tuesdays, sorry, you have no choice to move on Tuesdays. First of all, you have no other choice. But I know that Vince will try to be the ego to push it. No, hell, got that, pal. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to stay on Wednesdays. I'm going to say. So it's a 50-50. I know Vince will try to fight that for a fact, because that means he's giving up unless he's smart, wise. Like, yeah, go on Tuesdays. Yeah, but then you have Impact. Yeah, you're going to hurt Impact. Most definitely you are. But remind you, you're not, because they can stay there on Tuesdays, because Tony Khan be like, hey, man, go to Impact, man. Let's help them out with the readings. They're able to do that. So it's like there's no really win-win situation on it. There isn't. It really isn't, honestly. Like, he said it on Impact this past week. Like, it's us against them. And he mentioned that.
Yes, he did.
So it's like, wow. Like, I'm telling you, I'm happy that he just he has the balls to do what he's doing. I'm happy about that.
The forbidden door, man.
Yeah, but I said this in the interview. David Marquez was the one opening the forbidden doors, but he has not been given credit where credit's due. He deserves that. He has opened the doors. That's why United Wrestling Network started. So can't give it all to Tony Khan because he has the money, but Marquez at least opened the platforms here in SoCal. So, but yeah, definitely. I mean, shit. Oh my God. I mean, the possibilities are endless in this one because we don't know where could they. Maybe it could be on Thursdays. What's on Thursdays? There's nothing on Thursdays. There really is nothing.
It used to be
SmackDown.
Thunder. It used to be SmackDown and Thunder, but those days have gone the way of the dinosaur.
No, it's tough. And then not only that, I mean, think about it. You have NXT that's doing NXT Evolve. Where are you going to put them then? That's the case. Then you also have, I'm talking about just WWE in general, not AEW or, I mean, remind you still have Ring of Honors on Mondays. You still got MLWs too. There's so many platforms, so much pro wrestling.
Don't you guys? I mean, let me ask both of you this: who used to watch Velocity on Saturday nights and Velocity on Saturday nights and Heat on Sunday nights? Yeah,
Shotgun Saturday Night, Velocity, and Saturday Heat.
And I would watch Velocity right before Saturday Night Live and Mad TV. And
that's because I didn't have an ID and I couldn't go to the bars.
I guess that was the demographic back then. It really was for us in high school because it was Saturday night and Velocity would end right in time for Mad TV to start.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But I mean, we'll see the outcome of this. We'll see what will be the turnout. I mean, it's not confirmed completely, so we'll wait and see. And they do. I just wish. I mean, look here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say very briefly before we move on. Look, everybody's entitled pro right now is the best time to be a professional wrestling fan because there's so much pro wrestling content that is provided to you all that is so amazing. You can watch different type of products, not only just one. You can watch anything you want. In the touch of your hand, so you're able to watch anything what you like. And this year, this era, it is the best time to be a professional wrestling fan. So enjoy it. Back then, Matt and I and Mike, we didn't have that option. Now we're talking about it because it's new to us and we love it, and we were that forbidden doors open to us and we enjoy it.
Japanese VHSs, like, you know, the only thing you could get was fan dubbed anime at the market, and you couldn't find Japanese wrestling at an American video store. You couldn't find that at Suncoast. Now we have YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, it's we really
absolutely.
I think gratitude is such a powerful thing. I won't stop saying that. Gratitude is such a powerful thing. I'm really thankful for all the stuff we get to watch at our fingertips on a daily basis. You know, I'm celebrating it by watching, enjoying, and snacking down. You know, nothing better than that. Ice cold glass of juice and wrestling on my computer.
I don't know. For me, it's ice cold glass of beer, a mug of beer with some chips, popcorn, and just watching pro wrestling. That's my life. I love it. All right, let's move on to now WWE very briefly because we're out of time. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I've been wanting to hear Mike's opinion about this before we move on. The new Crown World Champion. I also want to hear yours too, man. This is curious to me. All right, we seen Apollo Crews got built a new character this past Friday on SmackDown. Yes, we are on Friday morning to all our audio platforms and all of our listeners right now on the West and East Coast. 7:30, 7:41. That's about it. It's already 8 o'clock, already about the time, 8:45. Okay, now you have Apollo Crews going to this new character. Now he started. I messaged you, Mike and Matt. Did you see? Like, are you watching SmackDown? Did you watch Apollo just switch his? Oh my God! I'm like, he just went like, hey, oh, what the fuck? What's up with that? He just went to. He just went to Black Panther.
He went to Margaritaville.
Jesus Christ, I don't know, man. I mean, shit. He sounds like me when I'm drunk, but I'm not drunk as of yet. But Jesus Christ, I mean, I don't know. Mike, talk to me about this one.
Okay, Apollo Crews, right? I was watching this old documentary called Breaking Ground that came out a few years ago. Apollo Crews was a part of that. He did mention that his father's from Nigeria, so obviously it's not fake that, or it's not made up. That has ties to Nigeria. Okay, Granted, fine, cool. That accent is fake. It's yeah. I mean, he was not born with it, and I think it's kind of weird that he just kind of decided, hey, I'm just gonna talk like this now. As if I was talking like this, and I don't know, I can't even do any British accent anymore. But
I could do how to speak Australian.
There you go, mate. So it's just, I guess, the role that he's taking. It's okay. If this means that he's going to be booked better, because this guy has a world of talent. If this is what it takes for him to be booked better, then so be it. Okay, do it. Go ahead. But if he's just going to be in the same spot 2 years from now, then it's going to be a waste.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'll give my thoughts about, but yeah, Matt Steamboat. I want to hear yours, man. Here we go, Matt Callis. We haven't heard of him for a while.
You got to be your authentic self. Only you knows what's best for you.
There you go.
That means he has nothing to say about it because he doesn't give a shit about it. I mean, it's tough. I mean, people love it. Courtesy A, shout out Clark Street, Humvees and Devon, they love it. I'm with you. I want to see where they're gonna go with it. I'm curious now. If we're gonna see that, if we're gonna see that, then I hope not either. I'm with you too. I hope not either. I just hope we don't see that. I don't know where they're going with this. I think, from my opinion, my personal opinion, they should have left him how he is, but made him a heel, but make badass, make him lose his mind. Like fucking, I'm done. I'm done being the smiley guy and everything. I want him to lose. Go break kayfabe. If I was him, I would be like, fuck this script, fuck everything, and just lose it. You know what? I've come here to win a title. I come here to win a belt. Blah blah. I want him to just break kayfabe. Break it. I think he deserves to break those boundaries. I don't know about this character. I respect the heritage. I have no pun intended towards against it. I don't know. I'm like a question mark. I want to see what's more. So I'm not a yes or no. I'm like in the middle. That's how I feel. And then within that SmackDown, you see Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns, Fastlane. And do you see it happening? So now we talked about it last week. Do you see Edge? I mean, we saw Edge and Roman Mania. It's already official. Now, do you see Daniel Bryan involved in this one? Money Mike.
Well, yeah. I mean, they gotta beat up on somebody, right? Sorry, I really don't think Daniel Bryan is gonna make it out of this with either the title or with a win. I think that he's just there to kind of just pass. It's kind of like a transitional character in this storyline. And that's fine. That's okay. Daniel Bryan, he's main evented WrestleMania 30. He's had his time, right? But this year, and I'm talking about this year, is not going to go. Is not Daniel Bryan's year, I would say, to main event WrestleMania. We don't know about next year. We don't know about the year after that. So all I can say is right now, Daniel Bryan is just there to pass along the time.
Now, one last thing about SmackDown. Now we did see Sasha, Bianca, Mania. Are you happy? Are you excited?
It's fine. It's whatevs. I don't.
What? You should be excited. What are you talking about?
Honestly, I'm not excited.
What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not excited about that match.
Okay, now I'm curious, bro. Okay, talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
Okay. Let me talk to you.
There you go, man. Thank you. Come on, Jesus. What is wrong with that match?
Nothing wrong with it. I never said there was anything wrong with it.
Okay, so then why are you not excited?
It's just not exciting. This is something that could have happened on a Friday night. At any point throughout the year, I feel.
Oh my God,
it does not have that.
So you want to see Charlotte? You want to see Charlotte Asuka Part 2 of Mania?
Well, that's on Raw. We're talking about SmackDown.
Okay.
SmackDown. It doesn't seem special to me. It doesn't have that
because it was the way it was sold to you. That's the reason. It didn't catch a story that it wasn't. That like okay. Yeah, these tag team matches, which I'm with you. There was announced at Fastlane. They're getting the rematch. Like, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
so,
that.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me about that. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
I'm at it now. Yeah.
I don't like Reginald. His involvement in this, whatever it is that he's trying to accomplish. I mean, is he with Carmella? Is he with Sasha? Is he with Bianca? Well, what's up with this guy? He's just randomly walking around like. You don't go here. You're not in the women's division. What the hell? But anyway, that's beside the point. It just I don't know. I maybe it seems that there's not a lot of friction there. There's not a lot. There's not.
It's not selling you the story. Pretty much, it's not really telling you anything.
There's no aggression between them. Maybe it's going to build up to it. Maybe I'm gonna love this, but at this point in time, right now, as we're recording this, it's not capturing me.
All right, there you go. Matt, do you feel the same way?
Tell him, Matt. Tell him.
Ladies and gentlemen, who doesn't know, like, and you once again to our audio, audio.
I put on the glasses and I took them off.
You have to subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch this because this individual does. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about it. And it's a damn shame. I do give a shit about it. I care about it. I'm with you about the story buildup. There's no story buildup. That's the only issue that I have about it. That does not have people intrigued about it. Yeah. I mean, everybody was so happy. Like, yes, he chose Sasha. Yes. And the funny thing is us that we're able to say our story, how they can be built. But then in the end, I mean, there really has to be a story a little bit. I think the fact that they're added to this tag team title shit at Fastlane makes no sense. I think that should be out of that picture, but I'm with you on that. Let's just hope. I think the mistake, what they did is to add another pay-per-view to this event, in my opinion. Because now it's like you're adding it towards like what? Right after Evolution, a week after, you're adding Fastlane. And you're going to WrestleMania. Which brings me to Bobbly Lashley winning the WWE World Champion. Mike doesn't look too happy about that. I'm curious to know.
I've been trying to hold in my reaction to this. I have not posted anything on social media. I have not commented anything to anybody on Circle of Debates or any other person in the whole wide world about how I feel about the Bobbly Lashley winning the WWE Championship.
Where's yours?
Okay. I'm an AEW guy at this point. I like what AEW is doing because WWE has had so many missteps and wasted opportunities. Now, here's the thing. WWE did it right this time. They did a masterful job, whether they pulled a homer and it was all an accident and all the pieces fell in the right place. I think it was a great way to do it. Miz won the championship. I like that. Bobbly Lashley won the title, and I like that. I like both things. However, or actually, no, not however. It all really started at the pay-per-view at Elimination Chamber, yes. There was a little moment before the Elimination Chamber match where Miz and MVP were seen talking to each other. That little moment was as big as anything because it led to everything that has happened so far. The importance, and this goes to any artist out there, anybody with any creativity or anybody with any ambition, the importance of having a manager watching over you and looking and trying to hook you up with the best spots. MVP went to the Miz and said, "Hey, Bobbly Lashley's gonna, beat up McIntyre so that you could swoop in and get the title." MVP was the puppet master behind the whole thing. He was able to get the title on the Miz, knowing full well that Bobbly Lashley would be first in line and would be just completely destroy the Miz. I like that sort of storytelling where there's layers to this, and I could analyze it and I could look at it from different ways. So my approval is 100%. I enjoyed it. I heard some people say, "Oh, well, why did the Miz have it? That was just a waste." No, it wasn't. It was good managerial skills by MVP, being an awesome manager who a year ago he saw something in Bobby Lashley that nobody saw at that point. He was stuck with Lana and Rusev and all that. Since back then, MVP had his back, and all the way through. So I liked it. The way that Miz was trying to duck Bobby Lashley, I enjoyed it. The emotion that Bobby Lashley had winning that title, I have not. You knew that it meant something to Bobby Lashley, and I have not seen that sort of emotion in someone for it, winning a title in WWE or anywhere in such a long time. So yes, absolutely, A plus, golden star, all that good stuff. WWE. I don't say this often anymore, but you did it right.
I want to add one thing. What I'm doing right now to our all audio platforms. Why I'm doing this, I never do this in any episode. Only I do it like when we do collaborations. This is the reason why I'm doing this is for the fact that Mike, you just took everything, all the words that you just said. It's what I felt. And you put it exactly how I wanted to say, and you put it very well. Can I tell you that I love you, man? Why you're my brother?
There you
Why
go.
I fucking love you? Because Jesus Christ, you put it right. It's
And it's not to say that I'm an AEW mark. No, I like good storytelling, and WWE told a good story with this. Everything leading up to this Bobby Lashley win. There you go.
I loved it. I love how you put it. And I don't have no rebuttal to it to add anything on. You said it right. And Jesus, shit, there's nothing else to add. That's why I'm smoking a cigarette, and by the way, only when I'm drinking, and then I don't do this on the show, and I apologize to if I'm offending anybody, ladies and gentlemen, for me doing this, or to audio subscribers. No, it's just the fact that this individual, which is my brother, as was Matt, my family, just took out the words that I wanted to say, and he put it in. Whew, man, the finito words.
Infinity and beyond.
Yes, Matt. I don't know if do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to add?
I definitely do, because like Bobby Lashley's time is here and now, and it was, I guess, somewhat like we're already at the beginning of March, but I mean, remember last month was Black History Month, and Bobby Lashley, getting that title just I guess around that time seems like very appropriate. And especially in making it happen and flying that flag and like WWE trusting him enough to put the belt on him, and showing their love to him. So I guess it's a very big deal, for the African American community for Bobby Lashley to hold this title, and just not making a race thing. I remember somebody putting in the comment, it's, whenever you have somebody that looks like you as a role model, that's a big deal. I mean, that's like it's the same way how it is for me whenever I see Kirk Hammett in Metallica.
Ooh, love that analogy. I love it.
Yeah, Kirk Hammett's half Filipino.
Yeah,
and
or Roberto Trujillo, in Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
La raza.
Exactly. We've got our ethnic groups represented in the biggest heavy metal band.
Diversity is like I love it that we have that, and I love that we're able to talk about that. And
I mean, Bobby Lashley's representing the brand. Like that's what the WWE title means, that they trust you to represent them, as their top guy.
Definitely. And I'm with you on that. The one thing I would add to that, like off subject with the Bobby Lashley, I'm talking about the Universal title now. Which I'm kind of pissed off because I did see interview of Shinsuke. I'm mad about that. The fact that he should be champion.
Mm-hmm.
I think they slipped on that. Look, I'm talking about SmackDown. I'm talking about Raw. Very briefly. Lashley, yes, he deserves to be the WWE champion. I know I did bash about the Universal title. You guys heard me last week, obviously, from archives. But I still would like to see Shinsuke to hold the belt at least. Something.
It is a top title.
It is still a top title. I know I bashed on it. I didn't give a shit about it. Of course, that was my opinion about it. I still stand by it, but I think Shinsuke will make it more prestigious, in my opinion. Because the thing is, one, you're going to sell to the Japanese market. Two, that you have a legend like him and who has been in the business for so many years, who should have won that. Not against, okay, I get you with AJ. I think he should have won AJ, but it is what it is. But he should be in the title picture right now in that. I feel like he should still be in that title picture. And same with Cesaro. I mean, I'm not gonna go way back and re-talk about what I talked about last week. I'm trying to make it short, and I apologize. Just Shinsuke should be in that title picture. But yes, I am very happy that Bobbly Lashley won it, and Mike. I have nothing to say. Like Mike put it, and you, Matt, as well, put it in words that he deserves it, and kudos to him. And I want to give him a round of applause because, man, after 9-11 years, he's done it. And now let's end this topic with this last question of the night for part 2. Who do you see Bobbly Lashley defending this title with? I said it last week, but I want to once again refresh you gentlemen this question. Now that Lashley is the world champion, he's gonna walk in Mania, or is he gonna walk in? Because we don't even know if he's gonna defend in a Fastlane yet. We don't know yet. Now, where do you see Lashley on this one now that he's holding the title picture, and where do you see who should be the next opponent? So I'll go with you, Mr. Matt Down Elias, Carbonation covered on. I'm gonna give you the whole everything, all of the above. Where do you see this going at Mania with Bobbly Lashley?
I mean, who has the Money in the Bank right now?
That was already cashed. It's over.
Yeah, it's already. So there isn't a new one yet. So, and is the wild card rule still in effect, or is it?
No.
And they pulled that out too. Jeez.
So I'll let Mike take the floor.
Yeah.
Mike, mention to Matt who's available to be a title contender for Bobbly Lashley to Matt, so he gets an idea of who could be contender.
So for me, right off the bat, Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre right now he has a thing with Sheamus going on. So either one of those guys.
Scotland versus Ireland.
Right. Absolutely. And then we've got Braun Strowman in the picture somehow, kind of outside of it, but in it a little bit with a toe stepped in there. AJ Styles, of course, he could always jump in. AJ versus Lashley, right?
That'll be fun.
That'd be cool. So yeah, there's options for sure, but I wouldn't be mad if they did like a fatal 4-way or a triple threat or something. I don't know if there is a match with Bobbly Lashley or Brock Lesnar that could appeal to me within the roster.
If he doesn't appear on the other program, if he doesn't appear on the other program,
we'll see.
I mean, he's never faced Bobbly Lashley before.
That's the thing. I would like for Lesnar to at least show up, lose, and just go back hunting again. I don't know.
There's a video of Brock Lesnar using a 50 caliber sniper rifle, and he's holding it like an assault rifle, all by himself, because it's like the size. It's as long as an apartment room, that rifle. And it was meant to take down tanks.
Holy moly!
Yeah, but Brock could carry that thing like a submachine gun because he's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we'll find out. We still have enough time. We'll find out, and I don't know. It's a tough call. I could call it. We will see The Miz back in main eventing. I think it might be a triple threat match between Drew, Miz.
The Miz will take a whiz.
Oh my God! As long as he doesn't win that championship. Yeah, I know. I couldn't rhyme with it. No,
It's not the Biz.
No, it ain't the Miz at all. I know, like, I'm not hating on Miz as much. I'm not hating as much. Hey, first of all, Mike and I, we have talked about it in the archives. We have speak that he's a great worker. He's never bitched about anything. He's done what he's told. So hey, he's the corporate guy that is able to take. He's a yes man, and like he goes it. 2-time
world champion.
Yeah, hey, he should be mad
no
about
one
it.
Can take that away from him.
No, nobody can take that away from him, and I'm happy for him that he got at least. It was a long story short. Even though we would love to see him to lose it at Fastlane to Bobby because that would make more better sense. But even though I know Vince wanted it to do this because he wants the viewership, it did not give the expectation what he wanted. Did not build up to what he wanted to see. I'm not going into details why I didn't expect that because, come on, you're giving a time clock, how many hours, and then he ran away. Like, I'm not going into details of Raw. Like, it was stupid. Whatever. It is what it is about that. But, I mean, we'll find that on WrestleMania. I mean, Fastlane, WrestleMania, we'll find that out. And, which I forgot, my apologies, gentlemen. I'm not sure you're here for long. Just want to, this was very short. Charlotte did call out Asuka. So we're going to see Asuka 2 Mania. Like, I don't know, man.
Yes, we are, and they shouldn't have.
Asuka should get that loss back, though. I know that's, like, one thing.
It's not going to happen.
Mike's not even happy about it either. I'm not happy about it either, to be honest with you. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to part 2 of episode 44. Yes, we do apologize. We have to keep it short because, yes, we are in a time zone and we are Mimi's time here on Circles of 8. But I want to go ahead and thank everyone, to all our audio platforms, listeners, to Spotify, to Apple Podcasts, to Spreaker, to everyone in the world listening to us. I want to thank Germany to listen. Guten Tag, thank you very much. And also, we want to go ahead and thank everyone else on our YouTube channel who have been our viewers, subscribers, to tuning in, and we appreciate you very much. And we'll be back this Sunday. Before you see AEW Revolution, we will have Sunday morning. You will see that we will have our top 5 picks of the weeks of 44, week 44, top 5 underrated women wrestlers, which I'm looking forward to touch about because I got so many. And
I must say this: we don't make podcasts, we make history.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We make history here in Circle to Make Podcast. We have a lot more announcements coming up as well too. But wait, just stay tuned. Keep an eye on our YouTube channel, our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Circle Debate, all over there. You can follow us there, and we've got a lot more news coming up. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon. Once again, this is the Devious One IBC here with the Familia, the West Side, the
West Side,
the Vato Loco for Live, the Circle Debate for Live, the COD for Live. Yes. I'm Magic. I know that Chris is gone. Miklo's gone. And, we have, Cruz. We have Cruz. And of course, Cruzito. And then we have, El Gallo Negro. Hey. El Gallo Negro. Hey. Paco. There you go.
Detective.
We gotta pour una cabeza.
There you go.
Cabeza.
Saying to you guys. Saying to you guys. Enjoy your Friday, and we will see you on Sunday, our top 5. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for watching. We'll see you